blow your nose on this fucking thing. And you put it on the table, you put it on the toast line. Then for the germaphobes. Well, we went live by accidente. Accidentally went live. Let's see what happened. So here's what's going on here today. I must have pushed that button by mistake. We are waiting for a manager of a hotel down the beach for a 10 o'clock appointment. But I decided to take a walk earlier, have a cup of coffee, and this is the view from where I'm at. This is the Bellevue Hotel. I'm going to give you a price list for the foods here as well. They're supposed to get me a dinner menu, but I have the breakfast menu at the table, so I'm going to give you an idea what it costs for a la carte, which means breakfast separate, like 2 eggs and toast, for instance, is 250 pesos. 2 eggs and toast and bacon is 300 pesos, about $6. So I'll show you the menu itself. This is the view. This is a 12-foot deep water pool. That's a 4-foot pool on the other side of those beads. And on the far side of the long beads at the end, a children's pool, about 18 inches. 12 to 18 inches, I think. I'm not real sure. But it looks like it's closer to about, yeah, okay. So there's a 6-inch wading pool for the children, and then there's like an 18-inch wading pool for the children. And this is the beach behind the Bellevue. This is one of my priorities, to be my first drone platform. I'll be launching the drone from that platform there if everything goes well. And if not, I'm allowed to launch it from the beach and certainly from the park next door. And the particular drone, the Mavic Air 2S, as in Superman, has the ability to literally, strange as this sounds, you can fly it 3 miles away from the home base where the control mechanism is, 3 miles. So that would give me, theoretically, I could launch it from my house and come and see what's going on at the Bellevue, which would be really nice, because sometimes I hear music, loud music at the Bellevue, and I wonder what's going on there. And you know, to take a walk down the beach depends on the tide. If it's high tide, you got to walk in the water. I could just send the drone down there and reconnoiter the situation. So let me give you a brief synopsis of what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about Lazada. I'm not going to say anything bad about Lazada. I'm going to say things that could be improved about Lazada, and a lot could be improved. A lot. For instance, their search engine, which is in the title. The search engine is what we call in the Philippines Guba, garbage. Now, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means that it's impossible for it to work. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's just, I'll try to explain it to you. There's a place that says your orders on the Lazada website, your orders. So you push your orders. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple, yeah? Your orders. And about a small page pops up and says your recent orders, 5 days, the last 15 days, the last 30 days. So I have probably 12 orders in the last 30 days. But 44 orders this year, if I go back through my history for the last 6 months. 44 things. Now, a lot of those things came, and I accepted them, and the packages were in good condition, but they not one order has ever come on time. Not even one time has an order come on time. And this is what I mean about Lazada. The information that they give you when you place the order is misleading. Basically, it's bologna and cheese. It's a bologna and cheese sandwich is what it really is, in fact. They will give you, for instance, when I bought, we'll just go back to this drone that I just recently bought, the newer one, the Mavic Air 2S, as in Superman. It said you can have this drone by, today's the 23rd, yeah? You can have this drone by the 21st to the 25th. So today's the 23rd. So theoretically, it should have come yesterday or within the next 2 days. But as soon as you place the order, it changes those dates from the 21st to the 25th to the 23rd to the 28th. Okay, 5 days later, it changes it again from the 26th to the 30th. Now, that's all well and good. I'm going to buy the drone from them, but the order itself, the delivery date, is misleading. So if you were planning, let's just say you were planning on going on vacation and you were going to order something, anything from them, could be a backpack, it could be anything. You're not going to get it on that day. That's for sure. There's no doubt at all you're never going to get it on the day that it says it's supposed to come. Now, the other problem with that, and it's a multi-part problem, is that when they do tell you that you're going to get your order, when it does say that you're going to get your order, it gives you an order date from between the 21st, let's just say that the most recent update on the drone is the 25th to the 30th. And then it says, please stay home between the hours of 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. between the 25th and the 30th. So that's a 5-day window that they want you to stay home between 8 o'clock in the morning. So 14 hours a day, they want somebody to be in the house ready to accept their order for 14 hours a day for a 5-day window. They won't narrow it down. Now, the day that the order goes out, let's say it goes out on the 27th, at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, or 8 o'clock in the morning, they tell you Ninja has picked up your order and it will be delivered today. And that's it. So, and it gives you the order number. And this is part of the 3 or 4-fold problem. It doesn't tell you that the order is going to come between 8 o'clock and noon. And it doesn't tell you that the order is going to come between noon and 5 o'clock or 5 and 10 p.m. It just says your order will be delivered today. Probably you have a high probability of getting that order that day, but no guarantee. Depends on the weather. It depends on a lot of things. Who can stay home? Who can stay home for 14 hours a day for 5 days, or have somebody constantly be in your home. If you have other stuff to do, your family, you want to go outside, you want to have dinner, you want to have breakfast. And what they do is they don't call you up like an hour before the delivery gets there. They'll come to your house, and then you'll have a guy, a guy, a guy, a guy, a delivery guy going like this. I-O, I-O, I-O. You can't hear that. I can't hear it. Then I'll have a neighbor yell out, Michael, you have an order. And then I'll listen and, Michael, you have an order. So the delivery people for Lazada and or Shopee, they talk in such a low voice. They talk as if you can hear them if you were next to them. It's impossible to hear them. The same driver, the same inaudible, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's as if he's talking to a cat and he doesn't want to wake anybody up. I can't hear him. So then I'll have one of my neighbors just come over and yell, Michael, you have an order. And it's the same driver. And I tell the driver, talk louder. Sabah, louder. No, he refuses to do that. So then I get a phone call if my neighbor's not around. And I see the phone ring, and if I see the phone ring, of course, I always answer the phone. And my neighbor, the phone will ring, and I'll say hello, and he says, is this Mr. Fazio? I'm going, you just called my number. You've been delivering packages to me for 3 years. Who else would answer the phone? Is this Mr. Fazio? Yes, it's Michael Fazio. How can I help you? We have an order for you. Where are you? I'm outside the house. Why? I have the window open, by the way. I have the window open. So, why don't you talk a little bit louder? Yes, sir. Can you come out and get your order? This is going on 3 years. The same 2 or 3 drivers. You cannot get them to talk loud. Same thing with conversations in a store. They mumble. They all have perfect hearing. They all have, because they've never done anything. I don't know how they have such good hearing. My mother had hearing like that. One day, my mother, tell you a story about my mother. Me and Bobby, this guy Bobby, we're in the front of the house on the street. From the street to the house is about 35 feet. The house is another 50 feet long, so that's 85 feet. My mother's in the kitchen of our house where I grew up with the window open. The birds are chirping, there's cars going by. And me and Bobby are talking about something that we're getting ready to do. I get it. My mother heard the whole conversation from 90 feet away. Because by the time 35 feet to the house, another 50 feet, 85 feet, and then she was inside the house. She heard the whole conversation. She goes, well, that's a story for another day. But she could hear. My mother could hear like that. I can't hear like that. I don't know anybody that could hear that well, except the Filipinos, because they have very good hearing. I don't know, maybe maybe it's something to do with their diet. They can hear stuff. But anyway, so let's go back to the orders. Scott, Flywoods. Okay, Flywoods, hey, thanks for stopping by, Frank. Oh, hold on a second. Once ordered through Lazada, it's up to the shipper. Some might... Hold on. Some might have it packed and ready to ship up to a week before it ships. The item might sit in Chinese customs 1 day to 3 weeks. Yeah, it was actually Bobby Newton. We were plotting. There's no doubt about that. My mother, she's going, what she told me, I won't be able to tell you. You know what's going on. Hey, Carl. Thanks for stopping by. It was Bobby, actually. But because me and Bobby, when there was, well, anyway, I'd have to tell you that on the phone. So the driver, getting back to the Lazada orders, I ordered 44 things this year. I sent back, maybe I'm going to send back 6 or 7. 100% I get the refund. That part of the website is perfect. But when you put down your orders, it gives you last 5 days, 15 days, 30 days, 6 months, and a year. So it'll show all 44 of my orders. And then does it show you the order number with the things I ordered? Like I ordered the Mavic Air 2S drone for 59,000 pesos. No, it just says Mavic Air 2 drone, 59,000 pesos. About $1,200. But it doesn't give you the order number. In order to get the order number, now this is pages with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items per page. Then you could go to page 2, page 3, page 4. So you press, you see your orders, 5 items, but no order. In order to see the order number, you have to click on the item, and then the item goes to a new page with the item and the order number. But it goes off the pages of your order. So now you have an order number. It's 55 60 67 92 3 1596. You got to write that down. Better write it down, because now you have to search for that order number. So now you push the return button. Does it return to the page with the 5 items on it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't return to that page. It returns to your orders, and you have to drop the box down again and then look through your orders. So if your order was on page 2 or 3, you got to go back page 1, 2, 3. Track your order. It's at the top. So now you copied that number, right? Because you can't remember. You wrote it down and you copied it. Then you go to track your order, and a window pops up. Track your order, press it, a window pops up. Put your order number here. Okay, so you paste the order number in. It's all that's there. Put your order number here, track your order, put your number here. That's the only thing on the page. And you put the number in there, then you press the go arrow. And what do you get? You get a message that says, please complete the form. But there is nothing else to complete. Nothing. There's nothing. There's no way to fill anything else out. So it asks you for your order number. You put the order number in, you push the arrow, the go to arrow, and then it says, please fill out the form. Well, there's nothing, it doesn't give you any information. Well, and this is going on months now. So I have a little order that came yesterday. I have no idea what's in the bag. We're going to open that up in a minute. And they can't even, there is no way to know what's in the bag I have on my table over there. There's no way to know. Going to have to open it up. There's a tracking number on the bag. There's no place to put that number. There's an order number. The order number goes into the box, but nothing pops up. The only way to know what that order is wait for it to come and then open up the package. Unless you, like yesterday, we had the drone package. So let's go take a look at that. This is insane. Probably since the beginning of the year, I probably spent, I don't know, 10 hours trying to figure this tracking system and the order number out. I mean, it tells you that your order number, blah, 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 1009-672 is coming today between 8 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock at night. So you look up the order number. It never works. It's never worked. It hasn't worked at all, ever. You can't find out what the order is. What's the point? They can't tell you what's in the order, what the order is. It's insane. Now, the plus side of Lazada is when you send something back, it's pretty simple. You push, like I have the drone that I bought yesterday, the Mavic Mini 2, for $650. You push the button on the computer return, and a window pops up with a generated like barcode. You take a picture of the barcode, you bring it to the city, you show them the picture of the barcode in your phone, and you're in and out of that office, that return office. And if no one's ahead of you, you're not going to spend 3 or 4 minutes in that office. And 7 days later, your money is back in your bank account. So I have now 9 items for the drone. And I'll tell you what the items are for the drone that I bought, the Mavic Air 2S. The total package, the total amounts of money right about now is about $1,500 for the packages. I bought the extended battery, intelligent battery. That was $240, I think, but it gives you 46 minutes of flight time. The other batteries only give you 31 minutes, and they cost $130. So 130 is 260. This isn't quite 2 batteries, but it's 1 battery at 1.5 times the flight time. So I bought one intelligent extended life 5,000 milliamp battery. I bought the Mavic Air 2S drone for $1,060. So the battery and the drone, we'll just round it off as $1,270. Then I bought a pair of pontoons so that I could land the drone on a lake or the ocean for $10. So it's $1,280. Then I also bought, there's a package. You could put a hook on it, automatic. And it'll grab a rope, and you could pick up a product on a rope. You hook up the rope to the bottom of the hook, and then you could pick that package up and then move it to another location, and then press a button, and it opens up the hook, and the package falls down. I bought that. I think that'll be fun, because you could always, if I was, let's say I decided to climb a mountain and I didn't want to go down to get lunch, I could send the drone down, and they could put like a sandwich in a bag on a rope, and I could grab the bag and pick the bag up and bring it up to the top of the mountain. Or let's say I was, ice climbing, with the ice pick and everything in a glacier somewhere in Alaska or Australia. I was glaciering, doing that stuff and I could stand on top of the ice. I could put my T-cons in the ice like that, the pecans or the T-cons, whatever they are. And when I learn how to do that, I'll know the words. And then put the T-cons in the ice, and then I could just get my drone controller out and set it up, and I could tell somebody, I could call up and and have them deliver the sandwich to the ice where I am climbing the ice wall, or the ice cave, wherever I am. Could be in a cave. Doesn't matter. The drone knows. The drone knows. So the drone could do, and then so I have the hook mechanism that will pick up lunch and bring it up to me at the top of the mountain, or if I'm climbing a rock wall or something, one of my adventures. So I got that. That was $30. So we're up to $1,300. And then I also purchased extra props for $2,000, another $40. That's $1,300, and there's a 6-way battery charger for $60. That brings it up to $1,400. And then I bought there's an explosive and fireproof case that you can't go through you can't bring that drone and the batteries on an airplane, and maybe even on the ferry here in the Philippines. They have so many rules. But I bought a case that's explosion proof and fireproof, which will allow you to bring the drone right on the plane. You cannot put the batteries in a suitcase, but you can bring them on the plane in that explosion proof case. So that was $60. So we're up to $1,460. And there was something else. Came out to about $1,500 in change. So for those of you who said that I'm never going to buy a drone or never going to use the drone, oh yeah, baby. We're going to go reconnoiter some of the islands of the Philippines. Take my word for it. So let's go see what today's package was, or last night's package was, because even I'm interested. I could not figure out what the order was, and now that I'm out of the sun, I'll be able to see the comments. Because in the sunlight, oh yeah, I know what else I ordered. I ordered a sunscreen. It goes around the phone. It wraps around the phone. It blocks the sun, so you can see the screen, which was my exact problem just now. So let's go see. Let's open this up. I need to get sir, ma'am, Kape, palihog, kape.
More coffee?
Kape, yeah.
Okay, Oliva?
Salamat. Coffee. Kape. Coffee is kape. So now I'll read the comments first. And then, without my glasses on, it wouldn't matter. Sun, no sun. Okay. Plywood's is having the same problem. I have one order arrived at a local sorting station since July 1st. My last order made July 20th will be delivered Tuesday from China. You should get a phone message when they are out for delivery. Yeah, no, they don't do that, Flywoods. The guy gets to your house and then calls you up when he's standing in front of your house. And if you're not there, they schedule it usually for the next day. So that's another ridiculous. They should call you up. They should text you in the morning. They do text you in the morning. They text you in the morning saying that your order's coming today, but not what time. Then when they get there, then they call up. What happened to the rest of my keychain? I lost half my... Well, it's not here, so it had to be on my floor at the house. I have a little nail clipper on my, I have a nail clipper thing on my keychain. Fell off. Thank you. Salamat. Okay, so we'll do it with a key. Let me get my coffee ready here. So, yeah, I'm not. This is the little box. I have no idea what it is. There's no way to know either. I ordered so many things. I don't know, however many things I said before. 7. The drone. The hook that picks up the sandwich package and drops it off. That's 2. The extended life battery is 3. The supercharger for the batteries, the 6-way charger, that's 4. The floats is 5. The carry-all case is 6. I think there was something else. Pretty sure. Okay. It's in a mercury drug. It's in a mercury drug bag. How is that even possible? Why would mercury drugs? Why would something be in a mercury drug bag? I didn't order anything for mercury drugs. Maybe that's why I can't find my order, because I didn't order it. Maybe Batman is sending me more stuff. That Batman. The air conditioning that goes around your head, the one with the fan built into it, I can't even begin to tell you how well that works. There's no way to describe how. You could shut the fan in the house off and just put that around your neck, and it keeps you cool. Because whatever the air temperature in the house is, 86 degrees, 84 degrees, it's blowing 84 degree air on your head. So it's keeping your head at 84 degrees, which theoretically is 12 degrees, 14 degrees cooler than your body temperature, but it's certainly cooler than the outside air temperature. I can't show you this. Okay. I know what this is. No, I'm glad I didn't open that up. Yeah, I ordered that. But I didn't. But it came in a mercury drug case. I would have never guessed what that was. I ordered this thing about, I don't know how long I ordered this ago. About a month ago? Maybe more? Well, I got it. But it wouldn't show up on my order page. That's a story for another day, that thing is. Yeah, baby. So I have a couple other things I want to talk about. I was on a show last night, and they wanted to know if I was willing to get in the. Yeah, he knows what it is. Now that guy with the big mouth, he's got to either put up or shut up. The guy from the Dusty Island. They're going to back him into a wall. He's going to back down, of course, but they're about ready to lace into him pretty strong, because he's been saying he wants to go after Obama for how many years now? He wants to go to see Obama and have a confrontation with Obama. The time has come. There's a whole congregation of people that are willing to put up money to see that interaction happen. Now it's up to Obama and the little man. It's up to Obama and the little man to agree to meet in a sanctioned event. And we know, you know, I know, everybody knows that ain't gonna happen. Neither one of them are gonna. Their egos would be bruised. One of their egos is definitely gonna get bruised, and the other one is. They're both. Neither one of them. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, because both of them are just blah blah blah. Now this is going on 3 years. On the other hand, another party agreed to the whole thing. So, you guys, it's up to Mama and the little man now to interact with one another. Now you know what's gonna. I have too much to lose. I'm 68 years old and my back hurts, but if it wasn't for my girl, I would have been all over that. No, you would not have been all over that. And the other guy, thank God for that guy's girl stopping him, because otherwise. And that went on. That's been going on for 3 months. If you could take that story that occurred at TGI Fridays, if you could take that story and you could have recorded it that night in live stream. It was live streamed. There's no doubt about it. And then see what was said at the end after they both left the restaurant. And then the next morning, and then the next afternoon, and then the next night, and then the next day. And the day after that. That story, I bet, has changed more times than the weather since they met in that restaurant. I would bet that story has changed more times than the weather since they met in that restaurant. I would bet big money. Now, the both of them, they were both ready to go. And thank God, thank God, thank the gods. Thank the gods. Thank the gods that guy's wife got between us. Thank the gods. And the other guy's going, if it wasn't for my wife, he would have been. Thank the gods. All we have. We can only thank the gods for that event, for that uneventful, eventful evening. Thank the God. And the whole thing was a setup from the get-go. From the get-go. And one day, they agree that it was a setup, and the next day, they're not sure if it was a setup. Here's how we know it was a setup. 100% setup. Cebu is... Let me explain this to you. I lived in Cebu. I know Cebu well. I know Mobile. I know where it is. I know what it is, because I'm a diver. I know that it would not be worth the trip back to that worthless little dive resort in Mobile. I never saw anything in Mobile that I was interested in. Not diving, not a beach, nothing. Not a bar. I don't go to bars. Not a restaurant, not a food establishment. Nothing that I ever see in Mobile that was worth going back to Mobile. But let's just talk about Mobile. Okay, so you have Cebu City proper over here. Let's just say the boat port, and then a half hour away from the boat port, only because you have to go around a waterway and over a bridge. It's a half hour. It's 27 minutes, 26 minutes. Then that's the Ayala Mall. That's the IT Park, Ayala IT Park, Ayala Mall, and then the IT Park is right around the Ayala Mall. Okay, so from there, a mile away from the Ayala Mall is a van service. So you could take a van anywhere on the island of Cebu. Say you wanted to go to wherever, the Buddhist temple, wherever. You could take a cab. But if you want to go to Mobile, you could do it two ways. You could take a van there, you could take a bus there, or you could drive or a motorcycle. By cab, I went by cab. By cab, I left at about 3:30 in the afternoon. I didn't even get there till 8 o'clock at night because there was traffic. Because it was the thing that they have in January, not the fiesta, whatever, with all the dancing and the beautiful, the parade they have. All right, so it took 4 hours, 4.5 hours to get there. But on the way back, there was no traffic. And by cab, it took 2 hours plus by cab with no traffic at all. And this guy was flying down the road. So by motorcycle, you're not going to get there in less than 2.5 hours. By bus, it's 4 hours. So let's just say one party, the Frail Man. The Frail Man shows up at 7 o'clock for dinner. Okay, so now you see the Frail Man is in TGIF Fridays. He's in TGIF Fridays. Now, well, I gotta go. You're gonna get dressed, take a bath, a shower, shave, and that's gonna take a half an hour. And it's gonna take 2.5 hours for you to get there. You're not gonna get there till 10 o'clock at night. It's a setup. It was a setup. Those two guys are that mentally incapacitated that they can't figure out it was 100% setup from the very first moment. It was a setup. If you were in Mobile, it would take you 3 hours to get there. If you were in Cebu, it could take you 5 minutes to get there. Well, what was he doing in Cebu? What do you think he hangs out in Cebu dressed up, ready to go to a TGIF? I doubt it. So it was a setup, and both of them had the opportunity to say, hey, we don't have to do this here. We can go outside. They've been talking about going at it with one another for 3 years. Remember the Frail Man said the first thing he does when he gets back to the Philippines is he's going to go to Mobile? The first thing the Frail Man said he was going to do, and confront him, the other guy. And the other guy, well, wait till I see. And then nothing happened. Okay, but now there's money. Now there's money involved, big money too. $2,000 to the loser. $2,000 to the loser. And as much as $8,000 or $10,000 to the winner. I will bet. I'll put $500. No, I won't do that. But now they have an opportunity to make some money. One of them needs it a lot more than the other, but I bet you both of them back down, which is screwing up my plans, by the way. So, you guys got to get together and decide on a date. Have that coffee. You want to have coffee with one another. Stop with the this, that, and the other thing. Get out of there. You guys are a trip, man. Still, every day, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Every day the same thing. With me, I'm buying the drone, the package that picks up the package and delivers the package delivery by Michael Fazio, which would have meant something completely different 15, 20 years ago. But the drone, the package delivery system, the battery charger, every day I do something constructive and adventurous. Those two guys, they should decide to get together and make some money. One of them needs it really bad, and the other one doesn't need any money. Thanks to his friend that lent him money to buy a house 20 years ago. Without that money from his friend to buy that house there on that other volcanic island, he would have nothing today. Everybody knows this. Yeah, those guys are a trip, man. They are a trip. So, what do we got going here as far as comments are concerned? I'm trying to see my live chat. I can't even see my chat now. There it is. Yeah, and another thing, not only is my adventure, my drone adventure, just beginning. I'm doing this for a lot of different reasons, this drone thing. This drone, flying the drones, come on, man. This flying of the drones, it's a big, I didn't realize it was such a big industry, a big adventurous industry on YouTube. Jeez, some of those drone videos get 50, 60, oh, come on with this, 50 or 60, 70, 80,000 views. Now, I'll never get that kind of views because you have to do editing. I'm never going to do editing. But I have much nicer views to reconnoiter than they do. The view, like just for instance, this pool from an aerial point of view with people on the beach and sailboats out there and people swimming in the ocean to dog it. This is a much nicer view. I mean, there's a couple, about 5 or 6 people that are up in Alaska. They take the same video of the same abandoned mine, and they get like 50, 80, 100,000 views in a month on every video, and they do every video at the same abandoned mine. It's on, if you go to my playlist, you'll see 1 or 2 videos from that abandoned mine up in Alaska. It's pretty, but I mean, in Alaska, there's not a lot of stuff to aerial view. And those videos are edited with music and everything like that. But the views that we have here in the Philippines are much nicer than an abandoned mine in Alaska with an old coal cart. Oh, talking about Alaska, look at these prices. If you're staying at the Bellevue Resort here, and you're having breakfast a la carte, I don't know what a Swiss fruit muesli is. That's 380 pesos. That's about $8. Now you have an omelet, 2 eggs, cheese omelet, Spanish omelet. That's $6. Cereal is $6. Cornflakes, $6 for cereal. For I don't know how many bowls you get. I'm not sure. 2 eggs, scrambled, and with that you get your choice of plain rice, garlic rice, potatoes, or toast. So 2 eggs and toast is $5. And then if you want to have a breakfast sausage, I don't know. Breakfast sausage with plain rice, garlic, potatoes, or toast. So sausages, $9 for 2 sausages, maybe. I don't know, 4 sausages, it doesn't say. And then on the other side, there's nothing there. And if you want to have the buffet here, the breakfast buffet, I think they changed the price last week. I think I paid 800 pesos, $16, but it is a great buffet. I should show you the buffet while I'm here. Okay, let me show you the buffet. The buffet has, hold on a minute. The buffet. The buffet has, I counted last week, 88 items. 88 items. So let me show you the buffet. Sir, you want to take this, please? This stuff here? Amigo. Palihog. Okay. I'm in. Okay. Let me show you the... Hold on, I gotta put the old mask on. Okay, so we'll start at this end of the buffet. They have corn soup, whatever that is. And then the condiments are fried onions, chopped scallions, and I don't know, a bunch of stuff there. This lady's making omelets with eggs and garlic and onions and cheese. And then there's some more condiments for the eggs. And then they have sunny side up eggs and omelets, ketchup, French toast, pancakes. There's all kinds of small accoutrements, like macaroons, butter, and under here they have donuts, rolls, pastries, bananas, pineapple, watermelon, preserves to put on it, bacon, all the bacon you could possibly want, bananas, I don't know what this is, like kind of some kind of a vinegar soup, chicken feet, oh my god, chicken feet, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Has to be one of the last thing in the world. I ate chicken feet once. Hot dogs, chicken mercado, pork, hot dogs. Basically, ground up chicken feet, handset, scrambled eggs, garlic, vegetables, oatmeal, raisins, oh nice raisins, oh I didn't see that, cinnamon sugar, sweet corn fried rice, steamed rice, some kind of soup, more accoutrements. This is olives, ooh, black olives. Oh, I like black olives, corn, onions. Very nice. And then they have juices down here. I haven't had a bowl of cereal in a long time. I'm going to try a bowl of cereal. Huh. It would be, I haven't had any milk in months. I doubt it's milk anyway. But we'll try it. Cocoa Puffs. Philippines version of Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, so they have sorry about the fingers. They have melon.
Yes.
You got the gakus? The gakus? No gakus. Okay. Got to be careful when you walk in here. Somebody spilled something on the floor. It's very slippery. Let's see you flip those bad boys. Come on, flip. 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 Up, 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 and away. Yeah. No, 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 no. Up. In the air. Saka. Toyoke, Saka. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, come on. Up. Oh, very nice. Sunny side up. Can't be flipping those. They have a pool table over there and a chessboard. Okay. My first bowl of cereal in probably could be 5, 6, 7 years. I don't remember the last time I had a bowl of cereal. You guys probably want to watch the ocean. Yeah, 7 years. I don't remember when I had a bowl of cereal. Actually, it's pretty darn good. Very good. If you would have told me they were going to taste this good, I wouldn't have believed it. Yeah, that's quite a good. Now, I don't know. See, the problem, though, with today's food, so many of the foods have artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, that I have a bad reaction to, so I won't have any more of this. I don't know if it's real sugar in here, which is okay for me to eat, but artificial flavors, no. Not good for me to eat at all. But they taste good. So my appointment with one of the general managers is about 10 o'clock. I just went down to that end of the restaurant. He's not here yet. It's not so much to fly the drone on the property. I want to get up into that hotel room up there on the top floor. On the 4th floor, I want to be able to give the people an idea of what the hotel room looks like inside and the view from the balcony. And I just want him, if somebody's probably in there, but I want him to give me permission to at the counter to let me go up into that hotel room, if they'll do it. I'll tell you what, the Bellevue, I asked once before for permission to go up into the rooms, and no, they would not allow it. So I could have lied to them and said I want to rent it out, but I wanted to see it first. But all I wanted to do was a video. This is going back 2 or 3 years. But now they have a new general manager, so he might say yes. He might say no. I don't really care one way or the other. I'm just going to ask him the question. The drone part, that you see that platform over there? This platform here, right there. I want to be able to launch the drone from there. just for the aerial. I've been watching a lot of videos about aerial photography, and I think that would be a cool place to launch it from. By the way, Flywoods, if you're still here, the drone I got the Mavic Air 2S, as in Sierra, and it has collision avoidance, back, front, top, and bottom, no side. But I did get the collision avoidance. It was way over when you had recommended the F11S, as in Sierra, for about $300 with an extra battery. We went over that by $1,200 over that budget. But it'll be worth it. These drone videos get a lot of views. Plus, I'll be able to. I always like to learn new things. This is pretty cool. I think this drone thing. I've been watching a lot of videos. I probably watched. Been watching 2 or 3 or 4 hours of drone videos a day. For most of it has to do with the aerial photography part of the drone flying, and this particular drone, the Mavic Air 2S, has a 12 megapixel camera. And it has one of the best cameras in drones. It has one of the best cameras possible. They put something, I don't know much about cameras, but it's one of the best cameras according to everybody that does a review on it. So they get a lot of views. They get a lot of views, drone videos. And it's something to do, it's something to do when you're not doing something else. Like working on a hotel, working on things like that. So it's a new hobby. It's a new hobby. It's I did, for those of you who recommended Maripasco to go diving, I'm not much into what Maripasco has to offer for diving. I know the water's clean up there. I looked at a couple of the dive packages for what they call 3-star dive resorts, which doesn't bother me at all. 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. You only go there to sleep. But the dive packages up there start at, with food, about about $1,000. It says 42,000 pesos. That's a basic dive pack. It doesn't include food, doesn't include any transportation, doesn't include much, doesn't include tips for the boat. You're going to spend $1,000 for 7 days. I could think of a lot better dive places, and it's only to swim with the thresher sharks. That doesn't interest me at all. I've swum with many different shark species, not in a cage, but in the open, where we fed them in the Bahamas by hand, on a stick. But the thresher sharks and those whale sharks and stuff like that, it doesn't interest me. I like wreck diving. So if I was going to spend $1,000 for diving, I would go to back to Palawan. I've been to Palawan 3 times to do the wrecks in Palawan, and Palawan is a much better dive. First of all, Palawan is spectacular views. Plus, it would make fantastic drone videos. Maripasco, I looked at it on the map, Google Earth. It's just a pile of sand in the middle of the ocean. But 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 Palawan, it has coral mountains. I forget what they call them, but outcrops that are 3, 4, 500 feet high. They come out of the ocean. Talking about coral that's millions and millions of years old, and then the water there is, you could see down 40 or 50 feet, and the water's warm. But then they have the wrecks, and Marapasco. And I looked, it's a sandy bottom dive. That's a boring dive. So you see sharks, big deal. I could watch it in a video. I'm okay with that. But in Palawan, they have these huge outcroppings of coral and white sand beaches, right butted up against the bottom of the coral, and you take a 10 kilometer, 12 kilometer trip on a bunker boat out to the dive site. So you're out there for an hour, 15, 20 minutes on a dive boat through all these huge coral outcrops that are hundreds of feet high. And then they have these mansions on these coral outcrops. You'll see a mansion, a McMansion, like huge, 20 rooms on the side of the coral outcropping. Not all of them, but you'd have to be a billionaire to have one of those mansions. They're not like mansions where a local built a house there and then extended their house. Talking about an inexpensive house on one of those coral outcroppings when you get near out off Palawan, 3 or 4 miles outside Palawan, and inexpensive. 7 years ago, I looked at the real estate, just the look, a minimum $500,000 for a couple of rooms on one of those outcrops. Plus, you have to have a boat, 2 boats, a jet ski, fuel tanker, a fuel tank on the side of your house, gas tanks on the side of your house, a pump to pump the fuel up to the tank on the side of your house. You have to get supplies from the main island or Cebu, or another main island. You have to be a multi-millionaire just to keep your house stocked with food and supplies. And then if you have an accident and you have to go to a doctor, you need a helicopter. Of course, everybody that has one of those mansions probably has a helicopter, but you need a helicopter in case you have an emergency. It wouldn't be someplace. It's not for the average person, but it's a much nicer place. And diving was $100 a day for 2 dives. At Malapascua, it was $125 a day for 2 dives, but it's just a sandy bottom. So I would prefer to fly to Palawan. So thanks for the advice to go to Malapascua, but I won't be doing that. But I will be going up to the head top of Cebu shortly, soon. I got to do something first for traveling. I'm getting ready to reconnoiter that island, dude. Have that virtual handshake ready, because here I come. Better get that through your head, that I expect to have on YouTube a virtual handshake after I post my videos from that dusty island. Sitting here, it's a beautiful restaurant. There's no doubt about that. This is a really nice place to have breakfast too. And all in all, it's a 7-minute walk from my house. I'm just walk down this beach here. Just walk on that beach there. In 7 minutes, I'm home. That's my road. home right there. Those people, you people out there in wherever you live, he lives in a shack. Yeah, but I have a view. My view is worth more than, I don't know. If you wanted to buy the property, or a property like the one that I live on, I don't think it would be possible anymore. There were just about 300 feet away from here, there was a parcel of land, going back 2016, 2017. Me and Daisy looked at it. It's a triangle. It was a little triangle. It was 100, wasn't much more than 125 square meters. You could see the ocean if you built like a house. If you built a house on that little parcel, it was back off the ocean, second lot back. So somebody could build in front of you. But that was 8 million pesos in 2016. That's going back 6 years. So I know it sold 2 years ago for 12 million pesos, $250,000 for an empty lot, 125 square meters. So you're not gonna, the land here on this side of the ocean that's not possible. There is a house for sale, 21 million pesos, which is about $420,000 cash. No, they don't have like mortgages here. So, and then you'd have to, whatever it is, you'd have to come up with 400,000 in cash. So when you make fun of my shack, just understand that my shack is on and it's a beautiful view. So, but we'll be coming to see where you live soon, and anybody else that wants me to do an overhead drone video of their house, feel free to let me know, and we'll make arrangements to get to your house and ET drone home, baby. Air King, Sky King 1 can be. I actually think I'm going to do the possibilities of using drones are endless, but there's also a big industry, which is another reason why I'm buying a drone. There's quite a big industry for drones of like wedding, like an overhead. Somebody's getting married and they want photography. Well, it's possible that you could get paid to do photography with your drone. Possible. But there's opportunities for drones that are unseen. Scott Del Fuego, you live on $1 million lot, a place that you want to be, not somewhere you settle for. Your top desire is a white sand beach and beautiful view, just what you have. That's right. That's exactly the thing that was important to me. I always could see the ocean. Thank you, Scott. Thanks for stopping by. Once I lived in Brooklyn, once, for 2 years, but that was, I had to live there for various reasons. I worked for somebody that required me to be available 24/7. So, from that house, if I went outside on my balcony and put up a 6-foot step ladder up against the peak of the roof, I could stand on the second or third step. There was an outside. I could stand on the second or third step with a pair of binoculars and see the ocean or see Jamaica Bay. That was the furthest I ever lived from the water in my whole life, except when I lived in California. But That was the only time I couldn't see the water, by looking out the window. I like looking at the water. I see these drone videos, and they're in Arizona, and it's the cactuses, trees, the cactus like you see in the movies, with the arms going up towards the sky. So what? If have you if you've never seen thousands of cactuses the size of 30, 40 feet high, 25 feet high, like trees. They look like trees. They're big, they're thick, they're like this thick around the bottom, and I lived in Arizona, and when I lived in Arizona, I went to Arizona for 3 months. I went to Las Vegas, Nevada, all Southern California, halfway up to Northern California. It's a beautiful thing to see a desert full of cactus. There's no water. When I lived in Sedona, Arizona, people would say, we gotta go to the cave. There's a cave outside Sedona, Arizona. It's a cave. You gotta see the view from this cave. So there was this beautiful woman that I met at a Mexican restaurant. Okay, so we hiked in. You gotta bring a backpack, you gotta bring water, you gotta bring food. We hiked for 2 hours. And I'm looking, there it is, there's the cave. And you look at the side of this mountain. It was an odd cave because you could look in the cave, and it was on the side of a mountain, and then the back of the cave opened up on the back side of the mountain. Now you got to climb the mountain to get into the cave. It's a big cave too. It wasn't like a 10-foot opening. It was probably 70 feet across and 40 feet high. So we climb up this mountain. It was blaring hot. I don't know why. It was middle of the afternoon. It was blistering hot. And I get to the mouth of the cave, and all you smell is urine and all you smell is urine. And, solids. And she goes, wait till you get inside. She smelled it too. Well, I don't even want to go in there. Oh, no, you got to go in there. The view is spectacular. So I turn around, look at the view, and I'm going, no, I'm not going in there. Because and this is an open 60 feet wide and 30 feet high and 100 feet deep. You could see through the mountain. So, no, we'll go inside and we'll be able to see out the other side of the mountain. I'm not going in there. Why not? I said, it stinks. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm not going in there. I wouldn't go in there. I stood at the mouth of the cave. I have pictures of that. I probably have pictures of that. I took pictures of a lot of stuff, but I didn't go in. Why would I want to go into a 60-foot wide by 100 feet deep cave that smelled the urine? Why would I want to do that? To them, that was a wonderful excursion for the day. You should have come in. You missed I didn't miss anything. I'm not going in some stinky cave. I don't even mind. I don't even mind crawling into a septic tank to clean it out. I had no problem with that, but I'm not. It's just a cave full of urine. I'm not going in there, so I didn't go. But the cactus in 29 Palms outside Nevada, I think it was. There was huge cactus. Then even in Camelback on Camelback Street. What was the name of that? Arizona, the main town there. I lived there for about a week and a half. Camelback and 15th was Planet Hollywood. I went to a Planet Hollywood opening there, where Sylvester Stallone owned that one, and he was there that day, and I got to see him again. He lived only just a few miles from where I was born. But yeah, that would not interest me at all. You guys, hold on a minute. I'm gonna go get a. I don't know what I feel like having now. I'm done with the omelets. I'm done with the bacon. Anyway, this is my view. Scott's right. This is what I like to see. That guy who bought a house on a dusty island. I gotta laugh at that guy. So, he bought a house on a dusty island, and he built a beautiful. He painted it, put new tile on the floor, and now he moved into his bedroom. And that's where he'll be forever, in perpetuity, blogging from the bedroom, when he could be out actually experiencing life. And then, of course, he can't experience life because it's too hot. My back hurts. The bugs. He has a million excuses why he never leaves the house. Could you imagine spending millions of pesos to move into a freshly painted bedroom with an air conditioner that's so noisy he can't leave it on while he's talking or no one will be able to hear him? Oh yeah, that's living life. Living large, dude. Living large. Never mind living large. Sign up. Sign up for the event of the century. The 21st century event. Sign up for it. Come on. The loser gets $2,000. The $2,000 could always come in handy. So you're guaranteed. And when I say you're guaranteed to get $2,000, the loser gets $2,000. You're guaranteed to get $2,000. And of course, if you win, you get $8,000 or $9,000 or $10,000. But the loser is guaranteed to get $2,000. It's a win-win. Win 8, 9, 10, lose 2,000. You are guaranteed to get $2,000. No doubt about it. You're going to get $2,000. Let's see. What do I feel like eating? There was so many different types of food. I think I'd like some of those black olives. Haven't had any black olives in a while. I'll tell you what. You guys, let's get this set up. I'll be back in a minute. Roberto, the manager yesterday? Have you seen Roberto yet? Yeah. Not yet? Not yet. I need to see him. I want to give you okay? That's okay for you? Double this week on the double. Amiga, may I have copy? Copy, please. Okay, I'm back. I'm back into the eating mood. Okay, so Dennis Adam. Hey, Dennis, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, right, Dennis, you're right about that. There's the option to do real estate reviews from the air as well. I did. I got olives. Look at this, black olives. Oh, they are good. Seedless olives. Should have got more of those. Bacon, fried onions, banana, cheddar cheese, and my carbs for the week. A piece of whole wheat bread, and I don't know what these are. There's some kind of sweet dessert. Olives, says Jake Stewart, one of the oldest cultivated trees. 7,000 or 8,000 years of growing them, and humans eating olives even longer. Thank you. Yeah, this thing is full of flies, man. Look at that cup. That's one thing about the Philippines. There's lots of flies here. This cheese is excellent too. Salamat. Thank you. Fresh, these onions, I don't know how they make them, but they're delicious. So the olives, a bird or a mouse on the placemat. Huh. Out at the line. Joke, yeah? Oh, I know what I wanted to ask Jake. Jake. No, that's true, Scott. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I want to do a whole show on germs. I could do it on now, but I could tell you that if you are a germophobic, and there is a guy on a dusty island that is certainly a germophobic, at a minimum, you cannot live in the Philippines and go outside anywhere. All right, but let me just tell you something. All right, here. How many germs are on this plate? On right here, billions. Would it be possible? Would it even be possible to have food in a restaurant or anywhere in the world without there being billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of germs? No, the answer is no, not possible. Let me tell you something. If you could see germs, if they were big enough to see, that germophobic that lives on a dusty island in Cebu would never eat again. He would starve to death. He would starve to death. The fastidious little man that he is. Fastidious is the actual, a good description of the fastidious little man. Let me tell you something. First of all, you go in the bathroom and you wash your hands, right? A lot of good that does. Then you come back here and you put your hand on the table. But every time anybody talks or takes a breath or sneezes or wipes their face, and then they put their hand on the table, the germs from their mouth and their spittle goes on the table. So now, the next person comes along. Oh, wait.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. I would like to inform you, sir, after like 5 minutes, we'll start.
I'm no more.
Already full?
I'm not going to have any more food.
Okay.
Thank you. You want me to pay you now or later?
It's up to you, sir.
When I'm done.
Okay, I'll give you the bill and I'll be back.
I'll be here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hey, wait, amiga. And I know that how much, what did the went up the price, yeah? What is the new price?
It's 888, sir.
888?
Yes.
That's your phone number, 888?
No, that is the price of the buffet.
And how much for your phone number?
Huh?
How much for your phone number?
Not allowed.
Not allowed?
Yes.
You put it on the bill. Put it on the bill.
You're on the live.
On the bill.
You're on the live?
Yeah, we're live. You want to wait? What is your name? What is it?
Marilyn, sir. This is your. How many viewers do you have, sir?
Oh, just 13,
Oh.
15. What is your name?
Marilyn.
Marilyn?
Yes. Marilyn Rafa.
Marilena?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes, of course. I'm married.
And your husband, won't your husband get mad if you give me your telephone number?
No, I will not give you my phone number.
Are you sure?
Yes.
If I see it on the bill, I'm going to put it on you too. Okay, honey, thank you.
I'll be back for the bill, sir.
Okay, you
How
do
was your
that.
breakfast so far, sir?
What?
How was your breakfast?
Oh, your food is excellent.
Oh, you like it?
Oh, yeah. You have a great buffet. You have a great buffet. You have nobody else's buffet is even close. You have 88 items.
Yes. You counted, sir?
Yes, 88 items, and the bill is 888 pesos. And Marilyn, thank you very much for your service.
You're welcome.
Okay, salamat. So getting back to the germ thing. So I'm talking, and not you, whether you like it or not, you're talking, they're talking, he's talking, she's talking, Marilyn was talking. And anybody that was talking without their face mask on is shooting spittle all over the table. And then, but it gets worse. It gets worse. I'm going to do a whole thing on germs. Not necessarily germs in the Philippines, but a whole thing on germs, how they're unavoidable. So now, my spittle is on the table. Now, do they sterilize this table after I leave? No. So my spittle stays over here. The guy that was here before me, his spittle is over here and over there, but some of his spittle is over here too. But yesterday there were people here last night, and some of their spittle is over there. But that being said, some of the spittle goes on the placemats. Now you could say, well, they wash off the placemats. No, they don't. They don't wash off the placemats. No restaurant does. Very few. So the restaurants have the spittle on the placemats, and then there's spittle on the spoon that you use for foods. And then you put the spoon down on the placemat. So if there wasn't spittle from your mouth on the placemats, there's spoon spittle. Spoon spittle is on the placemat, but it gets worse. Now you take this napkin and you wipe your lips and your gums and your nose, and perhaps you sneeze into this napkin, right? And then you take this napkin and wipe your hand on it, and then you put this napkin down on the placemat. Now you have sneeze spittle, spoo spittle, sweat spittle, and talking spittle on the napkin. But then take the napkin and you put it on the placemat. Now you put the napkin on the placemat, and when they're done, they pick up the napkin off the placemat, but they don't wipe the mat down. So you still have the spoo spittle, the nose spittle, the sweat spittle, and the spooge spittle on the placemat. Then the next person comes along, puts their hand on the placemat, and now they're consuming my spittle, my spoo spittle, my nose spittle, and my sweat spittle, and my spooge spittle. Okay, so now those are all germ grabbers. Now there's other kinds of germ grabbers too. You have this glass here, right? So the waitress, she brings you over a glass, but before the waitress grabbed the glass, she was picking up other people's napkins that had the spooge spittle, the sweat spittle, the spit spittle, and the spoon spittle on the napkin. She grabbed a bunch of napkins and a bunch of utensils like that, and they all had spoo spittle and spooge spittle and spittle on them. And then she put the spooge spittle and the nose spittle and the sweat spittle on the napkin. She grabs all the napkins at the end of the day, puts it all up, and she takes that, puts it in the kitchen. But now she has spoo spittle, spooge spittle, nose spittle, and sweat spittle on her hand. And then she walks over to you and she says, "Here, sir, here's a glass for your water." And she has her fingers on your glass, and her fingers are giving you spooge spittle, sweat spittle, spoo spittle, and spooge and spoon spittle as well on the glass. Now, if you ask them for another utensil, because yours fell on the floor, they hand you a utensil, and on their handle that they held the utensil, there's a germ. Then you have, of course, the flies. Fly there. Now that fly was just visiting another table full of spooge spittle, sweat spittle, ice spittle, and spoon spittle. That fly decided to fly over here, right there, and he's distributing some of that. More than that, that fly is laying eggs on the side of that cup there. Fly eggs, which will turn into larvae. And the germ cycle is endless and can never stop.
May I know your first name, sir? What is your first name so I can call your under your first name?
You want my first name?
Yes.
Michael?
Michael?
Yeah. You want to get paid now?
Yes, sir.
Why?
No?
Why now?
You told me you want the bill.
I said when I'm done eating.
Nah, you didn't say that.
I did.
No.
I never asked you for the bill. You
I'm shy, sir.
excuse me?
I'm shy.
You're shy? So you want to get paid now?
Yes.
She will be the one.
Oh.
She made the eggs. She's going to pay the bill.
Meron tayo? Ito, kung ibayad sa bill niya.
Palihog.
No money, niya.
She has money.
No.
Roberto told me he was going to give her a raise this
No.
week.
I'm shy, sir, Michael.
Hold this.
So I received
How much did you receive?
1,000 pesos.
1,000 pesos.
Yes.
Okay. Barely. Thank you.
You forgot my name, Sir Michael?
Why would I remember your name? Why would I remember your name? You're not my girlfriend.
No.
Okay, so you have spittle, spoo spittle, spade. There's so many different types. There's so many different types of spittle. There's spoon spittle, the spittle that's on the spoon that came from the placemat from the previous diner. You have spittle, you have sweat spittle. If you wiped your eye and then you wiped your hand and then you grabbed the spoon and put the spoon down on the placemat, you have eye spittle. There's hundreds, thousands, millions, billions of germs on just this placemat right here. And then, of course, the waitress has her spittle. And then, God forbid, somebody didn't wash their hands when they went to the bathroom. Then you have extra spittle, all different kinds of. And then if you touch the bathroom door knob handle, oh God, there's a whole different slew of bacteria and bacterium. You can't get away from germs. So that if you live on a dusty island in Cebu and you're a germophobic, the best place for you is in the bedroom. Because let me tell you something. Scott Del Fuego said it. There's no getting around eating, consuming, breathing germs. Not just in the Philippines, everywhere. And without them, we would all die the next day. Because without germs, the body can't build up immunity to other germs. It's a vicious cycle, I tell you. So I saw a frail man went to a barbecue, a birthday party 3 years ago. Now I will tell you, there were a lot of flies at that barbecue. A lot of flies. Thousands of them were landing on the platter and the birthday cake plates, and he didn't eat. I think maybe if I saw that many flies on the silverware and the plates and the food, the cooking utensils and stuff that he saw, I think I probably wouldn't have ate also. But my point is that if you don't see it, you're going to eat it anyway. And you're not going to know the difference. That's the point. You cannot get away from germs, but there were so many flies on that silverware and the pot and the platter that the baboy was on. I mean, it literally covered the platter. You could hardly see any of them. And when the frail man saw that, he had a panic attack. See, I wouldn't get a panic attack like that. He could have stroked out right there from that. That alone could have stroked him right out. And can't blame him. It was really nasty. But in the Philippines, let me tell you another little story about the Philippines. This is true. Not a good story, but or 4 or 5 Filipinos that walk into the bathroom at the ICM mall. Because this is, you can get an idea. 3 or 4 or 5 Filipinos that walk into the bathroom at the ICM mall. Whatever business they're taking care of, don't wash their hands. That's a fact. Now, I can't videotape it. The only thing I could say is that the average Filipino is not concerned about washing their hands after they use the restroom. But this is true. I have never seen one of the any of the security guards, the men who wear like a white shirt and a uniform, and they like stand at the mouth of the entrance to, I don't know, whatever store it is, Samsung, whatever store it is. Every time I've ever seen one of the mall security guards walk into the bathroom, every time I was ever in a bathroom since the day I got to the Philippines, those people wash their hands. Every one of them. Never saw one go in and out without washing their hands. But they don't handle my food either, so what does that mean? Nothing, really. But the rest of the people, and that included the wait staff at the prawn farm, 3 out of 10 men don't wash their hands after they're done using the bathroom. And who knows, if no one's in the bathroom, it could be 50% or higher don't wash their hands. Possible. I don't know. If no one's there and a tree falls in the forest, did it make a noise? Big question. Nobody knows the answer to that question either. So, if you're worried about germs. Now, one more thing that the frail man said yesterday. No, I heard it yesterday. The frail man said, and this is true, if you live around animals, there's going to be more flies. I can attest to that. There's a piggery, and I don't know, most people have no idea what a piggery is or how they feed pigs or how pigs live. Thank you. Just put it down. Thank you. So I'm out. When the wind is blowing from the piggery towards my house, it's 100 feet away. No, we don't get a lot of flies, but there's an influx of flies from 100 feet away. But if the wind's blowing off the ocean, this time of the year, it blows the flies away. But if you saw how pigs lived, you would never eat a pig again. You'd never eat pork. You wouldn't even eat bacon. The first time I ever saw how pigs lived was in Homestead, Florida. Because before that, upstate New York, they had pigs, but they were free-roaming pigs. There was hundreds, thousands of square feet for the pigs to walk around. But in Homestead, there was a piggery. The guy I worked for, I dug septic tanks out for him. I don't know how many pigs he had, a lot. So he took me, now he owned a very successful taco Mexican restaurant. He was Mexican. He was a great guy to work for, too. He brought me breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for months that I worked for him, digging septic tanks for different jobs. Anyway, he brings me, I don't know why, oh yeah. He wanted a hole dug on the piggery. He had a huge plot of land. He wanted a hole dug, about the size of a Volkswagen. I don't know what he wanted it for, but he wanted it dug. And on that property was a piggery. And it was a fenced-in area. And on his pickup truck, he had garbage pails full of food from the restaurant. Just whatever was left over, they scrape it off the plate and they just threw it in buckets, 15, 17-gallon buckets. And he backs the truck up to where the pigs are, and there was a trough. And he just basically dumped the buckets into the trough along the fence line. And the pigs just climbed up into the wooden trough and were eating the food, but they were also excreting urine and fecal matter into the trough while they were eating. They're eating and pooping at the same time. And the other pigs were behind them eating the food and everything all together, all as a package deal. That was about 2003. I don't know if I ate pork for a couple of years after that. I don't think I did. But after working for him for a couple of years, on and off, I kind of got used to that. But the average person, you go see how they feed the pigs. That's why they call it piggery. That is an amazing thing to see. Dennis, wait a second. All right, Dennis, I'm sorry. Scott. Scott Del Fuego says, you can't realistically dine outside if you are put off by a few flies. That's true. About 100, Scott Del Fuego says, 100 trillion bacteria, both good and bad, live inside your digestive system. Collectively, they're known as gut microbiota. That's true. Dennis Adams says, antibacterial soaps are the worst thing to use if you do not want to smell. Antibacterial soap kills the bad bacteria as well as the good bacteria, causing you to smell within hours of showering. I don't use any of that antibacterial soap on anything. When they try to put it on my hands, I don't allow that to be put on my hands. When they want me to walk into a store and put that stuff on my hands, the bacteria that you have on your hands is actually a good thing, not a bad thing. You're right about that, Dennis. So, yeah, I don't use antibacterial soap. I don't use any of that spray stuff where you spray your hands with the alcohol. Occasionally I put it on if I have to. If they here they stop you to make you put it on. When you walk into the bank is probably the dirtiest place in all of the mall. The money for the frail one. The next time you reach into your wallet, just remember this, frail one, and I know you're going to remember this for the rest of your life. There are 3 or 4 places where the most bacteria in the world lives. Number 1 is on paper currency and coins. Number 2, your refrigerator handle. Number 3, the mouse and the keyboard of your computer. And then after that, handrails in malls and stuff like that. But to the frail one, here's my suggestion. I want to tell you how you can avoid all bacteria, 100%. Lock yourself into that air-conditioned bedroom. Close the door. Seal it up tight. And just spray. Just keep spraying yourself with that antibacterial soap. Spray yourself till you feel comfortable. And then don't eat anything at all, ever, or drink anything, ever. And your bacteria problems will be gone. I'm here to help. I'm like the government. Shopping cart handles. Yeah, that's another one. Handrails in malls. The handrail that you get on the bus with, that you get off the bus with. Shopping cart handles. You have to wash your hands before you go into a shopping store, and then you put your hands on the shopping cart, and there's a billion bacteria on the shopping cart you just washed your hands with. There's no way around germs, but to the germophobic that lives on a dusty island in Cebu, go get inside that nice, beautiful air-conditioned bedroom that you have. Stop eating, stop drinking, start spraying yourself down with that alcohol stuff, and just keep spraying yourself. After a couple of days, all your mental hang-ups about germs will all disappear in about 72 to 96 hours. You got to stop drinking, you got to stop eating, and just keep spraying yourself with the antibacterial soap, because I want you to understand how to get rid of all the germs, all of them. Then, of course, you can thank me later. And that will save you the embarrassment of your arch enemy slapping you around in the ring. Because he would probably win. You and him in a ring, I think he'd do you. A little bomb will do you. A little dab will do you. A little bomber will probably slap you around till you after the stuff that you've said about him, his girlfriend, you caused the girlfriend to leave him. I think he doesn't like you. I know other people that like you less than him. But nobody's offering anybody else money to get in there with, mix it up with Bomber. You have the opportunity. You have an opportunity that you should not let go. Get in there. Get in there and mix it up with the Bomber. We're all looking forward to this. All right, so my battery's almost dead. I'm going to say goodbye. Scott, Dennis, thank you. Flywoods, thank you for stopping by. It was nice to have seen you guys again. I can't even call anybody because my battery's down at about 12%. So I could call Scott if you wanted to say hello, but we talked earlier, so not much to say, really. Thanks for watching, and remember, the drones. I am waiting patiently. I am expecting the virtual handshake, and when I start reconnoitering that dusty island in the Philippines, and I am finished with my obligations to find the parcels of land and land management entities that I talked about, I expect that virtual handshake, baby. So this is Michael Fazio at the Bellevue Hotel in the Philippines saying, I'm being Permy. If you have anything else to say, I'll give you about 60 seconds. I'm running out of battery. Nothing else? Take care. All right then. Bye-bye.